Hello guys, welcome back to another Genshin video. In this video, I'm going to be counting down my picks for the top 5 best artifact sets to farm in Genshin. There's so many artifact sets in Genshin, but there are also really good artifact sets that just stand out from the rest of them. So I'm going to be telling you guys what I think are the best top 5 artifact sets for you to farm. Now, I'm going to be ranking these artifact sets based on versatility, how many characters they can be put on, the effectiveness of the artifact set, and yeah, that's basically all. So let's get right into my number 5 pick for the best artifact set to farm for Genshin. Number 5. Now the artifact set for the number 5 spot is actually Blizzard Strayer. If you don't know what Blizzard Strayer does, it gives a 2-piece of cryo damage bonus, and then the 4-piece is when characters attack opponent affected by cryo, their crit rate is increased by 20%. But if the opponent is also frozen, the crit rate is increased by another 20%. Now this artifact is so good for cryo main DPSs. That is why you can see people run Ayaka with like 250 something crit damage and low crit rate, because this artifact set, if the person is frozen, it'll give them a free 40% crit rate. And that's why you can do insane builds like that, and also the cryo resonance gives even more crit rate, so this is actually super versatile for almost every single cryo character, besides Diana, unless you're wacky like that. It's amazing on Ayaka, and also good on Eula because he's physical, amazing on Ganyu, it's good on Chongyun, it's good on Kaya. I would say Aloy, but let's face it, who actually plays Aloy? But basically, if you see some builds with people using this set, you'll see big crit damage numbers. So that is why I put it number 5 on this list. Number 4. Now number 4 on this list is actually going to be Gladiator / Shiminawa. Although the 4-piece bonus for these two artifact sets are very niche and used on barely any characters, the 2-piece set for this artifact set is just so beneficial that I just have to put it at least in the top 5. And if you don't know what that is, both the Shiminawa set and the Gladiator set have a 2-piece bonus of plus 18% attack. This is used on so many characters that basically if they don't have a good artifact set 4-piece for them, or if you just don't have the 4-piece available for you because artifact grinding is kinda wacky, you'll just see a lot of people say put on a 2-piece elemental artifact set and then put on 2-piece Gladiator or Shiminawas. Or combine it with another artifact set, which is actually be later in the list. This is up here because it's just so versatile. You can put it on literally anyone. Like, I could put it on my Ningguang, I could put it on my Rosaria, my Raiden, my Keqing, my Diluc, Beidou. I could put it on a lot of people that will give me main DPS or just need an attack boost, and it would just do fine until I get a good 4-piece set for them. Or maybe it just might be the best in slot because they don't have a 4-piece artifact set that's good for them yet. So yeah, there's not really much else to say about the number 4 spot, but that is a very good reason for me to put this at number 4, just because you can put it on practically almost any other character and it will just do fine. Now let's move on to our number 3 spot. Number 3. Now this was very hard for me to do because number 3 and number 2 are so close together I didn't know which one to choose because they are so effective and so versatile. But I'm going to give the number 3 spot to Oblige. If you don't know what Oblige does, the 2-piece gives an elemental burst damage of plus 20%, and then the 4-piece is after using an elemental burst, it will increase all party members' attack by 20% for 12 seconds. This was the other artifact set I was talking about, where you pair it with an elemental damage artifact with the gladiators, but you could also switch out gladiators for a lot of people with no bleeds, because that burst damage is absolutely insane and very helpful. And then the 4-piece is extremely good. It's highly recommended you have one no bleeds user on your team at all times, just because since the effect can't stack, there's no point of running multiple of them, but it does increase all you guys' attack, which is very helpful for putting out more damage, and it's just such a good artifact set. And once again, kind of like Gladiator, this can be used on so many people. You can use the 4-piece or 2-piece on Rosaria. You can use it on Diana. You can use it on Mona, Beidou, Zhang Ling, Bennett, Xingqiu, Lisa, Kujo Sora. You can use it on so many support characters that is actually insane because you can just grind this out and use it on some characters. Now just to show off this artifact set, I'm actually going to do a little test of damage just to show you how much it actually is helping. So I do 853. So I'm doing 2375 on a critical normal attack hit. So now if I place my Bennett, I'm actually going to get out of the zone too so I don't get the extra attack buff. And now, if he was stop blocking, 2617. So we got nearly 300 more damage just from popping Bennett's burst and getting the Oblige Oblige set popped off. And that's even without using it inside Bennett's field or without even Lisa's defense shred. So that is why this artifact set is number 3 on the list. Now let's move on to number 2, which was very close to number 3. The number 2 spot will actually go to Viridescent Venerer. When I say Viridescent Venerer helps, I mean it helps so much. If you're an animal character, you practically have to put this on. Unless you're Zhao. If you don't know what Viridescent does, it'll give an animal damage bonus of first 15% for its 2-piece, but then its 4-piece will increase war damage by 60% and increases opponent's elemental resistance to the element infused by swirls by 40% for 10 seconds. So for example, if I swirl Pyro, that enemy will take 40% more damage from Pyro. And as you know, you put it on Kazuha, Venti, Sucrose, Jean, Sayu, you put it on literally every single animal character, unless you're Zhao, and it would just boost your team's damage by so much, which is the reason why people like Kazuha and Venti are the top picks for characters. So I'm also going to show you the severity of how much this helps, and this time I'm actually going to be using Lisa. So if you let him do this thing, 570, 570, so I'm doing 570 per normal attack, and 1205 when I crit. Now I'm going to actually hit him with the Electro, swirl him, 728, 728, make sure to dodge that, ow, 728, 1539. That is a huge damage boost just from swirling some Electro. I can do it again, it will increase the sword damage, and it takes more damage from Electro, and that can just go all in. So as you can see from that damage increase, it gets even better with certain characters like Venti because he's so good at grouping up enemies right in one point, and Kazuha is good at grouping up enemies and also increasing elemental damage bonuses. So it's just absolutely insane how good and worth it this artifact set is on animal characters, and if you have an animal character and they don't have this on, you are messing up. You are doing something wrong. This is the best in slot for all of them. Unless you're... And imagine stacking this with the other artifacts I talked about in this video, like the Oblige Oblige, because Oblige and Viridescent can stack, so you'll just be decreasing resistance, getting attack bonuses and everything. This was really hard for me to choose between Viridescent and Oblige, but I think Viridescent is just a little better in my opinion, so that's why I put it in the number 2 spot. Now on to the number 1 spot of the artifact set I believe is the best in the game, and you guys probably already know what it is if you play Genshin, so let's get right on to it. My number 1 pick for the best artifact set in the game is Emblem of Severed Fate. I know everyone thinks this is good, but some people might think Viridescent and Oblige are a little bit better, but my tier list, I do what I want. So I put Emblem of Severed Fate at the very top because it increases the burst damage of so many support units, and helping out your support units gets the burst more often. Of course, it is best in slot for Raiden Shogun because this was practically made for her, but it can be practically used on every other support unit in the game as well. It can be used for Xingqiu, it can be used for Mona, Beidou, Zhangling, Rosaria, Toma, it can be used on Lisa, and it can also be even used on Chongyun. So as you can see, it has tons of characters it can be used for, and I'm also just going to do a little showcase of how much this artifact set actually helps out too. So if we check right now, my Zhangling doesn't have the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate on, she just has the 2-piece, which will give her more energy recharge. So I'm just going to start this up, I'm going to make sure to go up to him, I'm going to wait till he does that attack, and I'm going to do the swirly, 7593, so we're getting 7,593 damage per crit at the base without any Emblem of Severed Fate on. And now we're going to go in here and switch to a 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. This artifact piece doesn't have any crit damage, so you might see a little bit of a dip down in the crit damage, but we're going to put this on. And also, don't worry, I'm not proccing Raiden Shogun's E for more burst damage or anything. I'm not placing down Goba to reduce his power resistance. This is just purely the elemental burst. So I think the last thing was 7593 or 7953. Either one of those. Now we're gonna go up to him. Crit damage 8,894 on a crit. So that's just with her burst. Imagine this with Beto. Imagine this with Zarya, Lisa. This actually helps out so much, and you can see the amount of damage increase. Like I think that was like nearly 1,000 or like 1,100 damage increase just from putting on this artifact set on my Zhangling. And now you can combine that with Vaporize, with other stuff too. It's absolutely crazy how good this artifact set is, and how much it will increase your character's damage. So based on how much the damage increase actually is, and how many characters you can put this on and boost the damage by so much, that is why I put Emblem of Severed Fate number 1 on my best artifacts list. And there we go, those are my top 5 artifacts in Genshin Impact. If you guys feel differently about my list, or if you like switch up any of the artifacts in here, let me know in the comments, because this is just my opinion of what I think are the best artifacts. So if you do want to grind out these artifacts, I highly recommend you do, especially Emblem of Severed Fate, because it is paired with the Shiminawa set, which before I did say, as the number 4 spot, has the attack resistance 2-piece, so as they're trying to get Emblem of Severed Fate artifacts, you will get some good Shiminawa artifacts for 2 pieces on your characters. So yeah, that's basically all for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and this list, and I'll see you guys in the next one.